everyone, and welcome to the Hinsdale Auxiliary's virtual Derby Day party. My name is Natalie Ryan, and I'm this year's event chair for Derby Day. We're really so glad to have you all here with us this afternoon to support the children and families of Children's Home and Aid. Thank you so much for being here. For 138 years, Children's Home and Aid has been the leading child and family services agency in the state of Illinois, going wherever the need is to ensure that every child, every family thrives. However you may be doing your Derby this year, be sure to share your top-notch Derby Day attire with us this afternoon. We want to see all your seersucker and your big hats and your fascinators and your bow ties. So be sure to tag Children's Home and Aid and use our event hashtag Hinsdale Derby Day. And don't forget to check out our exciting silent auction packages that you can bid on throughout the day and tonight just by texting THRIVING to 61094 to get bidding. Now, to kick off today's party and get you in the Derby Day spirit, I welcome Greg Butera from Maker's Mark to walk us through how to craft the perfect mint julep. Greg, take it away.
Thank you, Natalie. I'm honored to be here today in support of Children's Home and Aid and to show you how to make the perfect mint julep to have while watching the race. Text THRIVING to 61094 to donate to the Hinsdale Auxiliary's virtual Derby Day party in support of the children and families of Children's Home and Aid. Grab your cocktail kits and let's get started. Hi, I'm Greg Butera from Maker's Mark, and today I'm going to show you how to make a remarkable mint julep. So this is a very traditional cocktail, obviously strong associations with the Kentucky Derby. First thing we're going to do is take some fresh mint and just pluck some of the leaves, put them right into a cup. So we're going to use Maker's Mark bourbon today to make our mint julep. I think it makes one of the best, but I'm obviously a little biased. We're going to use fresh mint and a little bit of simple syrup. So that's our ingredient list. Now with the mint julep, a lot of times you'll see people really muddle the mint, and for me you end up with kind of a muddy earthiness that maybe isn't what you're going for flavor-wise. You just want to very lightly bruise the mint leaves in the cup. You'll notice that, so I'm not really getting in there muddling, I'm just kind of breaking up the cell walls, releasing these big, vibrant, aromatic mint oils. You'll notice I'm not using a traditional julep cup. Don't have one at my ready disposal. If you do, that's great. If not, then a stemless wine glass like this is perfect, or just a rocks glass. You know, it's more about what's in the glass than the vessel that carries the drink, right? I'm gonna put in just a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. So this is just equal parts sugar and water, or you can buy it off the shelf. You can use a more molasses-rich, darker sugar like a Demerara if you want to. I just used a white sugar basic simple syrup. And you can amp up the sweetness if you like. I'm sweet enough as it is, so I'm gonna keep it a little on the light side, a 1/4 ounce, but you could dial it up to a 1/2 ounce if you want a sweeter drink. The last and most important ingredient is the Maker's Mark bourbon. So I'm just gonna do 2 full ounces right in the cup. And again, that's pretty flexible when you're making them at home for yourself. If you want to use a little more or a little less, just follow your taste preferences. Got some crushed ice here. Use this fancy little hand ice crusher, a vintage crushed ice machine. But if you don't have crushed ice, you can always use ice cubes. The rules, as you can tell, are pretty flexible. So I've got about half of the cup filled with ice now. I'm gonna take my spoon and just use the back of it to kind of press those mint leaves again a little bit, stir them around, get everything incorporated. After that, we're gonna top off the julep with the rest of the ice. I want to get a nice kind of crown of ice. Looks really refreshing that way. You get some ice coming up over the top. We'll take the best mint sprig that we can find. Use our fingers, just the tips of your fingers a little bit to crush the stem. Just pinch it. And again, that'll bring out some of those mint notes, make it a little bit brighter, more dynamic. So we'll plop a mint sprig in there, and heck, why not use the second one? We'll just get it very minty. So that's the mint julep. Thank you for hanging with me this afternoon. Enjoy the race with your perfect mint julep. Now here's a message from Children's Home and Aid CEO and President, Mike Shaver.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Shaver, President and CEO at Children's Home and Aid. We are so grateful for the support of groups like the Hinsdale Auxiliary. Every first Saturday in May for the past 18 years, the Hinsdale Auxiliary hosts a Derby Day party to raise funds to support the families in our programs. This year, even though we are not able to be together, we thank you for joining us to do whatever it takes to make sure every child, every family, and every community thrives. Your partnership with Children's Home and Aid is key to our success as an organization. I would like to take this time to thank our sponsors who share our commitment at Children's Home and Aid to doing whatever it takes. First, we want to thank our generous, anonymous Kentucky Derby sponsor. We want to thank our Belmont Stakes sponsors, Continental Electrical Construction Company, the Giroux family, and the Holwind family. We want to thank our Breeders' Cup sponsors, the Burr family, Natalie Ryan, AF&R Homes, Berkshire Hathaway, and finally our Kentucky Oak sponsors, the Becca family, Constellation Brands, Edward Jones Investments, Chris Berger Group, Judith and Bruno Velsich, Tina and Jeff Otten. And of course, a very special thank you to all of our in-kind donors who made all of this possible. Again, we are so grateful for all of our 2021 Derby Day sponsors. We're really glad you decided to join us virtually to participate in activities that support our families with the Hinsdale Auxiliary. To learn more about how to get involved in today's event and to support Children's Home and Aid's programs, text THRIVING to 61094.
Thank you, Mike, so much. And again, thank you to all of this year's amazing sponsors and donors. I did want to take just a quick minute and explain to all of you why Children's Home and Aid does mean so much to me, and maybe even explain my fascinator a little bit today with the butterflies. You know, Children's Home and Aid is such an important mission, and they're working constantly. They're a constantly evolving group of people and missions to make sure that they're able to suit the needs of the ever-changing environment for our foster families and our kids. And these butterflies represent the metamorphosis of that, and the way that families change and the way that foster children change through the process and their growth and their experience and the way that they're able to transition back into a home life that they might not have had before. And I love the way this group is so dynamic in their ability to meet the needs of the individualized foster child and foster family. Whatever the need is, whether it's a diaper drive, whether it's Christmas gift cards for those hard to buy for teenagers, or bigger missions for single fathers with the Power of Fathers group, they just find a way to adapt to the changing needs of these foster families and the foster children, and that's very important to me. And I wanted to celebrate it with today's Fascinator with the butterflies. Even though we're at home today, there are still so many ways that you can help to make an impact for the children and families of Children's Home and Aid, especially during this time of crisis and the continued COVID-19 pandemic. Your generosity will help to make sure that every child and every family thrives in so many ways. Now I'd like to take a moment to share with you about one program at Children's Home and Aid. It's the Rice Center located in Evanston, Illinois. The Rice Center is a therapeutic residential center that serves children ages 6 to 14, with a focus on helping children and families stabilize, gain skills, and work toward a goal of transitioning to a home environment. To hear more about the center's important programs and treatment philosophies, I welcome some of the amazing staff at the Rice Center.
Rice provides an environment that's safe, that's structured, that's nurturing, and is definitely caring.
Most of our children are wards of the state. They've experienced some sort of trauma that caused them to be separated from their families.
You have some kids, they didn't know if they were going to eat. Coming to an environment where they know exactly what time they're going to eat. They know if they need help with their homework, that there's going to be someone there. It is a place where they can learn how to be kids again.
We have different volunteers that come in. Our kids look forward to it. We have a music group. They have their art therapists. They have their case managers. We have high schoolers coming in to play basketball and kickball. We put a lot of stuff together so that they'll have that normal setting.
All this is about creating. And when your life has been so chaotic and just forced upon you, just being able to create your own stuff. People say, oh, wow, that's good, or that tastes good, or wow, that beat you made is like cool, that empowers them.
This place means everything to them. These kids come here not knowing how to attach, how to build relationships. And if we can teach them that they are capable of being loved, that's amazing in itself.
Thank you, Children's Home and Aid's Rice Center, for sharing the importance of the incredible work they do. The experiences these centers provide help children overcome traumas and promote healing. Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Glenn, president of the Hinsdale Auxiliary of Children's Home and Aid. It is disappointing to cancel our traditional Derby Day event this year, but we know it was the right thing to do. The families we support need our help, perhaps now more than ever, as they struggle with additional social and economic challenges. As the world begins to emerge from this unprecedented time, we want our families to feel unwavering compassion and support. To that end, we would be most grateful for your contributions. Today, we are asking for donations to support all of our critically important programs. If you wish to donate or learn more about the work we do, please text THRIVING to 61094. Our ultimate goal is to make sure every child, every family thrives. Thank you so much. Enjoy the Race for the Roses.
From all of us ladies of the Hinsdale Auxiliary, want to thank you for joining us today and for all of your support of the children and families of Children's Home and Aid. Your support today means the world to us and makes such a huge difference. Text THRIVING to 61094 to donate now. Be sure to bid on all of our silent auction items and have a great race day. Cheers, enjoy the Race for the Roses. On your marks, get set, go.